Good morning, children. So this is the second part of the video. You are old, Father William. In the first PPT, we have covered about the poet Lewis Carroll and the analysis of the poem. Four stanzas we have already covered. So in this PPT, we will be covering the next four stanzas, the analysis of the next four stanzas, as well as we'll be discussing about the theme and the the important elements in this poem, that is wit and humor also. Coming to the next stanza, you can see, like, when he says, like, you are old enough. Okay, actually you should not try anything tougher than suet. Suet is a kind of soup itself, but he is telling, like, because your bones and everything, it is they are weak only, so you should not try anything than tougher than suet. But he is asking, but then also you are eating goose with the bones and the beak. How you manage to do that? And what is the reply that the father gives? He's telling, like, I took to the law and argued each case with my wife. Here, my wife, or the wife, stands for the society. He tells, like, I fought for the society. I argued with the society. I argued each case with the society. And because of that itself, as I was so active, because of that, my muscular strength and that lasted the rest of my life. So again, this is talking about the generation gap to a new level, since the topic is no longer related to moving about, but something as needful as eating. And when you read the poem, you can see, like, the movement of the poem is also, like, it starts in a very humorous way, and then it will and it the graveness, or the what you call the seriousness of the poem, it increases towards the end. And the son is asking his father, like, how he managed to eat bones and the beak also, and the answer by the father is very casual. He replies his argument that the argument with his wife, that is, the argument with the society, made him strong. And the rhyme scheme, again, AB only. To the last two stanzas, you can see, like, the youth or the son is amazed. Okay, why he is amazed? Because he is, like, because he is asking, you are old, said the youth. One would hardly suppose that your eye was as steady as ever. Like, because of your age, old age, actually you could not have seen anything. But still, what you did, you balanced an eel on the end of your nose. Okay, so that much concentration, or that much what you call vision that you have. So he is asking, what made you so awfully clever? And now you can see, like, the father's frustration, it became more clear when he answers the question, like, I have answered three questions and that is enough, said his father. Don't give yourself airs. Do you think I can listen all day to such stuff? Be off, or I will kick you downstairs. So now that the question, like, he also started asking any nonsensical questions only. So mismatched description and ridiculous response also. So when the father says, like, had enough, and he ends the conversation when he says, I have answered three questions and that is enough. That's what father says. So father has got a limit. He has got a good control over his sons also. And he says, like, it is enough of this. I have answered all the three questions. Now he is not answering to this question by the son, and he ends in such a way, like, I cannot listen all day to such kind of nonsensical stuff of yours. Now you just go yourself, otherwise I will kick you downstairs. Coming to the rhyme scheme, again, AB pattern. Yes, theme of the poem we have already discussed it, that is, the generations may never understand one another. So that I have already told you in the previous slides, the generation gap, what you call that is the main thing, that it is very difficult for the younger generation to digest the ideas of the older generation, and at the same time it is very difficult for them also to understand the scientific facts, what you call that whatever things that you tell. Okay, because you also cannot change them, it is very difficult for them also to come into your way. So that is the theme of this poem. If you have noticed this, you can see like what is the difference that, as I told, the difference between wit and humor. So wit, I will come to humor first. We can discuss about humor first. Humor, as you might be knowing it, because it is just for amusement, just meant for the entertainment of the reader. It is just because when you hear a humor, you will just we will react to it by smiling or by our laughter. Humor includes things that are just funny. It could be as simple as making a funny face or acting goofily. It could also include something clever that makes a point, but humor doesn't necessarily have to be clever. So humor, it can be any kind of funny statements, not necessary that there should be some kind of clever statement here. But what is wit? Wit should be, it should be funny also, at the same time it should be some clever statement also. Okay, it shows the mental sharpness. It involves very quick and clever mental sharpness. When you are replying something very quickly in a humorous way and in a clever way, it is called a wit. Okay, when you are answering something, when you are answering to something in a very quick and humorous and clever way, it is called wit. So wit is your mental sharpness, that is your quickness plus cleverness plus humorous way. So all these things, it will like, it is being able to see a situation in a unique way and respond or comment to it in such a way. In which way? Like with your mental sharpness, in a humorous way and in a quick way. That is called wit. Wit can be funny, sometimes it will be just clever statements only. Most often a clever piece of humor that reveals a truth or observation or makes a point in a unique way. That's what I said. Wit means, what is wit and humor? Humor is just funny kind of statements. It can be clever also, but not necessary that it should be clever. But wit is something like, it should be quick plus the mental sharpness plus humorous kind of statements. So that is called wit. So if you have noticed, like most of the lines are amusing only, like especially yet you finish the goose, that line. And wit in the poem, how Father William give answer to his son. And the whole poem is a battle of wits. So that is the end of this PPT.